Hello, and welcome to a Data Innovation Summit 2020 presentation on the topic How DataOps enables building and operating a modern data platform. First, just a couple of words about who is presenting today. My name is Vesa Hammarberg, and I work as a business lead in a company called Solita. I work in our Helsinki office. I have been in the field of data for 13 years in several different roles. And nowadays, I'm responsible for our data platforms business cell. In Solita, we create value from data in a connected world, and we aim to have a lasting impact for our customers by utilizing the data and combining it with human insight together with our tech partners such as AWS, Microsoft, and Snowflake. We have been growing around 20% year over year, and last year got over 100 million of revenue. We have 1,000 employees in 6 countries and 12 cities. Then into the topic. I'm going to go through the topic in 2 parts. First, the reasoning why DataOps is something you should be interested in. Then second, a few pointers on how to easily get going with DataOps. Before going deeper into the subject, I just want to give a reasoning on why we are talking about this. DataOps is not something we at Solita have made up, but even Gartner has acknowledged it in its data management hype cycle. As you can see, DataOps is in the innovation trigger phase, and Gartner sees it reaching plateau of productivity in 5 to 10 years. I disagree with the time frame Gartner presents, but still, it shows that DataOps is something that is getting more and more interest in the data market. We at Solita have been doing DataOps with our customers for several years now, and the results have been very good. So I'm confident to promote DataOps to you as well. Okay, let's start with the first part on the reasoning. So why DataOps is relevant? The world is becoming more and more complex, and the pace of the change is constantly increasing. Strategies and plans rarely survive for long, and it is often impossible to identify the cause and effect. The data is born in real processes of organizations, but it is often visible for the employees, not in real time, but only after a while. Changes in organizations and environment can be fast, and this means that the lead times related to data platforms also need to be faster than before. To survive and thrive in the new normal, companies need to become much more capable for constantly sensing and responding to change. Companies need to become adaptive and agile, like human beings are. You can call this ability resilience. Resilience actually is not so commonly used term, but the meaning is presented really well in this picture. Even if the conditions around you change dramatically, you need to be able to find a way to survive and thrive. Same applies to companies. My statement is that data and analytics are the key enablers of adaptive organizations and agile businesses. If you can quickly discover, interpret, and communicate meaningful patterns in data, you are more ready to face challenges in your business operations. Also, your data architecture needs to be up for the constant change and not be a restriction. Your data capability can really define your success in the future. It is easy to build visible results quickly, but building a resilient data asset can be very difficult. Being adaptive, resilient, and agile. When thinking our organizations, these goals can seem to be far away, and our daily tasks are in much more mundane issues, such as these here. Here's a list of typical pain points regarding data development in organizations. And I have categorized them in 3 groups. First of all, it can be that your data team is flooded with service requests and can't really do new development that adds value for the business. Or it takes months to get new analytics use cases into production. This meaning that your time to value is low. Second, you might have problems with the promised SLAs, or the quality assurance is too much the responsibility of end users. Might also be that changes in your source systems break your data integrations. All in all, this means that the quality is bad. Third, your engineers might build the same pipelines again and again with only minor variations, or it might be difficult to find and use the data. This meaning that the costs regarding your development and platform are high. At the same time, you would like to achieve faster time to value, better quality, and lower total cost of ownership. And actually, these are the usual goals for DataOps as well. And they actually are achievable when utilizing DataOps. Let's pivot a bit here and go into DevOps. So you have probably seen the DevOps cycle, which integrates development and operations tightly together, which can enhance both the time to value and quality aspects. It starts with planning, coding, building, and testing, and moves to releasing, deploying, operating, and monitoring. This continuous process is very relevant for DataOps as well. I have one definition for DataOps here. This one has been done by the Eckerson Group. And as you can see, DataOps is not only about the technical stuff. DataOps is an umbrella term for different methods and practices that, when used together, can be the foundation for your resilient data capabilities. To sum these different angles up, you want to optimize the end-to-end work processes, standardize and automate as much as possible, focus on improving team competencies, not individuals, and build in small iterations, while measuring, collecting feedback, and continuously learning. There is the software methodological side in DataOps, and the used tooling needs to support these methods. But let's look a bit deeper into the DevOps tooling part. You can link the required tooling capabilities to the DevOps cycle we saw previously. These are also relevant for DataOps. For example, common development environment, continuous integration tools, version control, and other repositories, infrastructure management, proper monitoring tools are all important parts of DataOps platform. But they are not enough. For DataOps, you need some other things as well. Data modeling is a bread and butter for building a data platform. In DataOps context, you would like to automatically generate the physical data model based on logical modeling the developers do. And you want to start the work by doing conceptual modeling with the business users, which acts as the foundation for your more detailed modeling work. And based on the same models, most of the data pipelines can also be generated. These pipelines control when and where the data moves and what manipulations are done to it. You need to orchestrate the data pipelines and any additional steps regarding them. For example, you could spin up a cluster and run a machine learning model that enriches the data regarding your pipeline. You also need to control the data quality and understand the lineage of the data. Hopefully, you can integrate the quality controls in your pipelines so that the quality control is automatic as well. There are other things, but these are examples from the most important ones. Okay, how to build all these capabilities? Cloud platforms still don't have all this integrated together, but you can build the stack yourself, right? There are loads of tools and stacks available if you start from scratch. In this picture, even if you take out the application part on the right upper side, there still is a lot to choose from. There also are shortcuts available if you want to proceed faster. And that's actually our next topic. So, how to easily get going with DataOps. During the last 10 years, a lot has happened in the data management technology and vendor market. Nowadays, there are many technical ways to build and solve analytical and operational data platform needs. Some technology vendors have been claiming that data warehouse as a data management concept is dead, and data lake is the new answer to everything. You just gather all data in a single place and give access to users. What happens typically with these data lakes is that too much focused time and money is put on data gathering, and the users do not know how to use the data lake, and it is difficult for them to access the data. Some vendors approach the data platform implementation by coding from the scratch, just like they would code a software. There is a high risk that the lack of experience in building a data-intensive analytical application will end up in an expensive set of data pipelines that answers a few questions very well, but does not enable organization to evolve and manage their data asset in longer term. Based on our long experience in data management, we strongly believe that there is a need for a structured data warehouse as a part of a modern cloud-based data platform. And data lake concept also has its place in this architecture. There is also a need for real-time data pipelines in specific use cases. But still, structured and managed data warehouse is one critical piece of data platform architecture. Combination of these capabilities is something that builds up to be the foundation for a resilient data asset and for DataOps as well. There are different ways to approach DataOps, but how do we do it? We utilize a product called Agile Data Engine, which is a commercial DataOps platform developed by Solita. It is used for designing, deploying, and running your data platform, so that you can utilize data practices and enjoy the benefits that it brings. There are three main modules in the platform. So we are talking about a platform, not a single piece of software. All the modules have their own role in the architecture. I won't go into detail for all of these, but the requirements for DataOps tooling capabilities we addressed earlier can all be found within the product. We have data model and transformation design within a web-based user interface. We can utilize Data Vault 2.0 automation for accelerating the development if we like to do so. We have graphical data lineage with metadata-based search, so you can tag data entities and then find them and see the lineage through them. Maybe one practical example for this would be that you could tag your data with personally identifiable information, so PII data, and then later find it and its lineage easily. Then we can orchestrate all pipelines with dynamic load processing and concurrency control. And we can integrate testing that can be run as part of the data workflows. As we see it, Agile Data Engine is the most comprehensive DataOps platform in the market today. Thank you very much. And if you are interested in our approach to DataOps or the DataOps platform called Agile Data Engine, please contact us through our website. Thanks for joining everyone and have a nice day.